Hey Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot E-Magazine. Thank you so very much for all the likes, shares, views, subscribes, comments, donations, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's go ahead and ring this bell. Let's clear out the energy and we'll see what the message the Spirit has for us this evening. Hi, Tia. Hi, talk to Tia. Sounds like somebody's reviewing, but it sounds like they're having like those good nostalgic thoughts of someone. Hey, Kahina. Sounds like, whenever you do, you start, sometimes you sit back and you just think about maybe things, people, relationships, something like that. Bottom of the deck. Chop wood. Somebody's going to have to work hard at something. I feel like this person feels like they're going to have to work hard at being at peace with themselves. Because I feel like this person knows that it's almost time for them to go. It's almost the end of their life. I feel like this is an older person. And they know it's time for them to go. And and they thinking about karma, they're thinking about fate, they're thinking about like the review of their life, how they would have never pictured this happening or this happening or this happening or even this happening. But as fate would have it, there was something that or someone that went strictly by the book. Always strictly by the book. And this person, they knew about you. They knew who you were. They knew what type of person that you were and how you was always flexible, how you was always willing to help, how you was always willing to bend, how you was always willing to compromise, and how you was always willing to help. And they're getting stuck on that one word that when they think of you and they think of these good things, they always say that one word, always, always ready, always there, always able. And for some reason, this person never ever imagined themselves being right here, where it's them feeling like the only one out of everybody else that deserves this gift. It's you, the only one. It's like, you know what? There is a God. Because this person is thinking about a lot of the negative things, the rough, the tough, the heart hurting things that you went through. And how you always made it through and you never repeated that same mistake. This person is thinking about that. And that's when they know that there is a God. because this person is thinking about you now, and it's like you landed directly on your feet. You have a nice life that you built for yourself, even though for years there was a group of people that tried over and over and over to stop you. This is the people that you call your family, your tribe. This is that coven. But they could never, ever, ever, ever take away your joy. Even whenever they left you alone, you always maintained your joy. And no matter what, for a while, this person is remembering that if they did something to make it that you didn't trust them, or you questioned their loyalty, or this, that, or the other, it's like you would always forgive. And it's almost like, because you had such a loyal heart, you wanted to forgive. You wanted to see the best in someone. But instead of that person taking that as a clue to get rid of the nickname "can't get right" and adopt the nickname of "I have seen the light," instead, this person wants to act like they are the biggest fool and do it over and over and over again. Now this person is sitting here thinking about everything that they put you through. They may be thinking about right now you might be at a distance. Maybe you're speaking, maybe you're not. But one thing somebody notices is right here, right now, they see you. Everybody else that they knew that they put above you, everybody else that had a better chance than you, everybody came to that same fork in the road. And everybody decided to go left. But when it came time to you, when you got to that fork in the road, you said, that left is not for me. And you were the only one that went to the right. It's like, this is the difference between you and them. Somebody can tell the difference day and night. And this has this person in their feelings, has them in their emotions, has them thinking about some things, especially when it comes to you and how you just sat there and built a whole new life for yourself out of nothing, out of dust. And now that this person is at the end of what they feel is their time here, they feel like they've done it, all that they can do and all that they can see, and they've acquired all that they ever want to own or whatever. And now they're trying to think about who to give it on, who to give it to for it to carry it on. But this person knows that they got to do something to clean up this whole situation, because they have to do what they feel like is the right thing to do, because they know once they leave here on this 3D plane, once their spirit rises above this shell that we call our bodies, that they're going to want to go up. They're going to want to go home. So this person knows that it's time for them to do right if they never did right by you before. This male energy has been looking at you for a while now. And they feel that connection with you. And they're wondering, why didn't they ever feel it before? Why didn't they ever stop and look before? Why didn't they ever give you credit before? Why didn't they ever encourage you before? Because they see you now. And it's the end of their time. So this person decided that what they wanted to do was so that it's almost like you can carry on and you can enjoy the rest of your life without having to worry. This is almost like this person wants to give you a blessing or bless you in such a way that you don't, it's like, with this unfinished symphony, a symphony is that beautiful sound, of instruments coming together to make a beautiful sound, and they want you to enjoy the rest of your life. Yes, I feel like this person wants to give you something to mend fences, to mend this relationship, to say, I'm sorry. I feel like this person feels like they are being led, guided by God, and they definitely want to obey God right now because they are trying to get poised and ready to ascend when it's their time. So if this is what they got to do, they're like, you know what? Fuck it. I have everything I've ever needed. I don't need shit else. I got enough food here and everything. I don't have to go to the grocery store for 3 years except for my vegetables. Yeah, it's like somebody, they're even going to get a message from somebody. It's like this is somebody who's going to try and make it seem like this is not the collective. They're going to get a message from somebody else who used to be in the running, who used to be looking like the better than the collective, and that could have been anybody. That could have been the slow kid down the street around the corner that they didn't even really know their name. They was on top of you. They was on the list on top of you. But somebody was trying to get a message to them to make it seem like, okay, well, I've changed, I've healed, They don't call me this stick 'em up kid no more. I'm reformed. I know what to do. I can take the company to, I can run the company. I'm ready. Just put me in charge. Put me in coach. But somebody knows that somebody's just talking all shit. Not just a little bit. Plus, somebody just said they're just going to breathe through this and just kind of ignore that bullshit. Because they already know the truth about the situation. They've already come to the edge. They've already seen all they really want to see about everybody else. But this time around, they know it's time for them to be fair. This time around, they got to be fair. So right now, there is going to be a change in the wind. Expect somebody to give you something, to give you a leg up. Oh. Hey, Marion Royal, how are you? Hey, James and Biscuit. Oh, Marion, that looks so nice. I love that. Hey, Pharaoh Wolf Dog. Hey, K Hypey, how are you? Okay. Hey, Beatrice, how are you? What time is it in Philly? It's about 10:15 there, right? What's the message, Spirit? Thank you so very much, Pharaoh Wolf Dog. Thank you. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, I'm telling you, you're gonna be very pleased, very happy. You know, somebody's gonna give you a gift. You're not even expecting this, but this is something that you definitely deserve. Hey, Shaylin, how are you? Yeah, because somebody knows that when it's time, when they close their eyes that last time, they want to be able to rest in peace. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. And you know what? The rest of them people, the ones that was over you, all of them, somebody said it's time for all of them to go. They don't care. They sick of all of them and their shenanigans. You know, they said they just want the like I said, they still shocked. They still like, why didn't they see this within you? They would have, they would have, I feel like your life would have been totally different, but your life had to be your life. This is what somebody has to realize at the end of their life, because they get to come back next life and try it all over again. Yes. Like I said, somebody didn't check everybody else out, and they checked you out too. And you the only one who's blessed, because you're the only one that went to the right. Everybody else went to the left. You're the only one. So this person, they working hard, and they feel like it's a race against time, but they changing something. That's like they feel like they setting something right. They setting something right, and they feel like, yeah. To be fair, it's changing it up. It's changing it up. But they know that you know what? They already know that whatever they decide to do, you're going to be flexible and fair. Like, you don't give a shit one way or the other. You just going to get some shit done. Yeah. Because they've seen you before. They've seen how you are with other people and in other situations. They've seen how you handle that shit. So, and then on top of that, they can imagine you having a connection with God. They imagine that. Yes, they imagine that. Like I said, especially since you knew to get out of this chaos and conflict, you knew that this was a generational curse, and you told somebody about it. You told somebody about karma, and it's almost like you was telling, like you was predicting how this was going to happen, and this was, like you was predicting shit. Yes, indeed. Yep. And see, somebody, like I said, they was thinking about what path you decided that you wanted to be in life. When everybody else came to that fork on the road, everybody else went to the left. You're the only one that went to the right. You said the left was not for you. You said it's not for you. Thank you. Yep. Telling you. Somebody wants to give you a leg up, and that's just to be fair. That is just to be fair. What else? We're gonna pull some others. Let's see, bottom of the deck. Mm. Oh, this was like I feel like it was a generational curse. Uh and but it was also somebody was over. I feel like somebody I feel like this was somebody, I don't want to say, it's not the word overwhelmed, but they had a lot of burdens. I felt like this was a lot of they had a lot of burdens, that they was carrying, that they felt they was carrying on their back. Okay, it seemed like it's cleared up. Yeah, and they was trying to figure this shit out, you know? hmm I feel like this is when this person really started. I feel like, you know what, maybe look to believe that yes, there is a God, and yes, there are earth angels, because like the strength of you to be able to carry on, to be able to overcome and everything that you have to go through. And you endured more, you endured more than you should have. You went through some shit that when you were so young that other people were like, oh my god, wait, what? People have taken shit from you that was not theirs to take. It's like there were times whenever you let me tell you something. There were times when your parents have put you in positions because and then they would leave or something, and then whenever they would come back, kind of hoping that something happened. But let me tell you something. Nothing happened when they were setting these little things up, because that's whenever you was being protected. God said, I was right there. I'm seeing something like like that. Probably tougher looking than me though. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Because it was like some type of warlock or something, somebody trying to set some shit up, and they feel that this is one of those burdens that they carrying around right now. They thinking about this shit. I'm telling you, and it was working with. It was like could have been parents. I'm telling you, and this one can't sleep. This one all worried, all in their head, going crazy, and everything else. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, this was a couple. This was a couple that did this. Yep. Mm-hmm. This is a couple that came up with this idea, this plan, ever since you was just a little lad, that they was gonna withhold from you. They was gonna withhold from you. They was gonna like uh you know uh ghost you. You spend a lot of time by yourself. You spend a lot of time within your own company, and that's how you got to be so strong, so independent. And see, they was purposely, like I said, they was purposely doing shit, doing fuck shit to you, hoping that would even mess up the shit that you was even just getting up off the ground. If you was starting to get up off the ground, they could do some fuck shit to try and make it seem like so that you would lose out on some shit. I'm telling you. And then they want to sit back like your mother or somebody sit back and watch the shit and see how it affects you. You know? But I'm gonna tell you something. Fuck them up. Fuck them all the way up. Whenever they saw that didn't shit happen to you, didn't shit touch you, you just kept on moving. You in fact, your money got even better. Okay, got even better. The sword of truth is working in your behalf, and plus spirit was right here guiding you away from all that, whatever somebody was trying to do. Fuck all that shit. And all that little bullshit that they was trying to do, did none of it work. None of it. None of it. None of it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. So now they were sitting there thinking about this. Somebody thinking about it was that King of Wands sitting there thinking about, damn, all that fuck shit I was doing. We was doing this. We was doing that. We was like trying to attack them. We was like putting them in a room with a whole bunch of snakes and shit. And these was like vipers and shit. And they're coming out the next day in the morning. We unlock the door from the outside. Like, talk about some, I'm hungry. What's for breakfast? And like the snakes is just like still in there. It's like they sleep and shit. We used to do some crazy shit to this little motherfucker. We couldn't like this motherfucker for shit. It was like, damn. I'm like, damn. We threw him out in the middle of the lake. Shit, he swam faster than the boat. Shit, couldn't kill that little motherfucker for nothing. Damn. Now somebody thinking about, because they're at the end of their road, how, damn, I sure do want to get in heaven, but let me go ahead and clear this little shit up, talk about something. I don't want to be a player no more. Hey, I'm sorry about all that fighting and shit, all that, conspiring and shit, but hey, I'm at the end of my life, so I'm thinking, how about this, give you a little something for your pocket, and we good. So shit. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? What's the message? They are so shocked that none of their shit worked because they did not know your spiritual ranking. Okay? You was one of their childs. You was one of their kids. They had a whole kid, didn't know who their kid was. They were so busy trying to figure out how to fuck you up, leave you out, starve your ass. They were so mad at all the neighbors who was like, they already thin enough. Come on over here. Shh, don't you tell your parents that we giving you this steak and this spaghetti. Don't you tell your parents that we feeding you this lobster and this shrimp. Don't you tell your parents that we taking you out to eat and just all you can eat in Red Lobster. Don't you tell your parents that you eating this pasta primavera. Parents like, damn, how you getting bigger because we starving your ass? How you gaining weight? Yeah. Now somebody regret all that shit. They regret all that shit. Because they like, shit, all I did was waste my damn time. I should have been casting these spells on a motherfucker who wasn't so fucking protected. I did not know that my own child was this fucking protected. No wonder the shit didn't work. They said like, damn, how was I supposed to know? They was like, you didn't know? She was like, I didn't know. Fuck that. I was trying to worry about who you was trying to get with. I didn't have time to be worried about them damn kids. Shit, I was trying to worry about you. Because if you was going to be out there screwing around, I was going to get mine. And I was going to get out there and I was going to be screwing around too. So don't ask me about them little badass motherfuckers. What's the message, Spirit? Hey, Miss Pretty Girl Swag, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? Yep, somebody, they know. They trying to clear, they're trying to heal everything before they, take their last breath because they know. They trying to get up into that HEAVEN, heaven, They ain't playing no more. They ain't, because they said, you know what? They still got quite a bit of money left. They got some money left in secret places people didn't know about. Mm-hmm. And see, they was gonna leave your ass out. They was, but they started thinking about how different times when you was like almost and you was trying to get it together, and they came in and snaked the fuck out you. So then they said, "Well, maybe I just go ahead and give them some." You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like because this came like this. I'm not gonna do all of these, but I'm gonna say so. They was gonna leave you out in the cold, but now they're not. Mm-mm. Yeah, now somebody is not gonna leave you out in the cold. Mm-mm. So what else there? Damn. I'm telling you, came right back out. Somebody is not gonna be leaving you out in the cold. Mm-mm. So what's the message, Spirit? Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm telling you, things is gonna be like you. I feel like you're gonna be able to get you a new ride or something. It's gonna be a nice looking car. Ooh, trust me on this one. So, but yeah, but you know what? Spirit is carrying you forward. Spirit is carrying you forward. Everybody's gonna see that how victorious you are, and because they're gonna see how, you are the one who is honorable. I'm telling you, and everybody, it's like they all worked together to try and cast you. I'm telling you, they all worked together to try and hurt you, confuse you. They had nothing but negative shit to say about you. Negative shit to say about you. These are the people. I'm telling you, they wanted you to feel like you wasn't shit. They wanted you to feel like you wasn't a damn thing. You wasn't worth a piece of doo-doo kakashu shit. Nothing. But you always knew, that you was worth something. Spirit already told you how worthy you are. So you didn't that was never a question. That was never a question. You know? I feel like you was even something came out about a king of cups. Hmm. Or a king of cups found something out. Mm-hmm. About this empress. You know, maybe this and maybe something that this empress had said. About their something that's very dear to them or their heart or a message that only they would understand, that they knew was from God, that they knew had to have been of God, because it's like this person, they were sitting here thinking about what they was trying to do to you for a longest time. So for like if somebody was trying to get you a certain way and you called it out and you told them how they was trying to get you, that person like, damn, how they even know? Mm-hmm. Hmm. What else, Spirit? Yeah. Mm. Yep. So you're about to get some long overdue good news. Some long overdue good news. You know, and it's like something that somebody would have never ever ever suspected, you know from the past, you know because they was trying so hard to trip you up, because of this some type of family ritual thing. They was trying so hard to always trip you up that they didn't really understand or see that you was the one who was going to break the generational curse. You're the child that has the biggest cup of love. You were the child that they should have chose out of everybody. You were the one that they should have coddled. You're the one that's carrying the biggest cup of love. This person is like, they spent so much time trying to hurt you, they couldn't even understand that. Wait, no, you're doing it wrong. You seeing it wrong. You seeing it wrong. Yes. And I feel like now this King of Cups understands who you are. Now this King of Cups understands who you are. Now they understand who you are. And the fact of your legacy, and your rank, your order. But the thing is, you walked away from that person because that person tried to cut you out, or tried to go against you, or they went against you. That's why you walked away. You knew what you knew. You spoke your truth. Oh, okay. So you could have been, because we have the Queen of Swords and the Emperor, you could have been somebody's mother who spoke somebody's truth, said it how it was. Mother, nigga, harder, I wish you, I slapped it out you. It's like you love that person and everything, but fuck all that bullshit. You ain't gonna sit here and try and do me wrong while I'm sitting here trying to do you right. Fuck that person. Now they understand exactly who you are. Your role, and they're like, it is deeper than that. Just on the 3D, they understand now that what you was saying here to help they dumb ass. Somebody's now thinking about the past and where they decided which path they was going to go to when they came to that fork on the road. They thinking about the direction that they took. And they decided to take that direction that led to chaos and conflict. They went to the left, just like all the other greedy ass motherfuckers that went to the left, and they was all fighting over the same shit. All because this one have them fighting over the same shit. You the only one who said, I'm good, I'm going to go to the right. That's why this one said, let me go do this one, because that's the only one that went to the right. The rest of them, they all fighting over some shit. Yep. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Demita, how are you? Yep. Yes. This is what you get. This is what I'm hearing. This is what you get. Justice. This is what you get. Justice. Yes, because you sat there and you defended yourself. You defended your honor. You defended your stance. You went against what everybody else did. You was like, I don't give a shit. And I'll take on all of y'all at the same time. Come the fuck on. You the only one who went through that door. The only one who was qualified and quantified enough to go through that motherfucking door. And now this person finally see, okay, all those tricks and all those lies and everything. Now they understand how that was not even a good thing for them to, it's almost like they finally recognizing where they was at, what they was encouraging. You know what I'm saying? This person know that they was in mix with it too. They was doing the same thing too. That's why they can't be mad at you. That's why nobody been mad at you. Mm-mm. They can if they want to, but you know what we say? We don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. What's the message? Mm-hmm. Now somebody want to try and send you this message. They want to try and create a whole situation. You know, I don't know why I'm hearing the song. Do you remember when we fell in love? We were young and innocent then. Yeah, somebody trying to, create a whole situation where it's gonna be like, hey, we're celebrating, come, come on. Because somebody want to get you back into a certain cycle. Ah, no, hell no. Because see, they wanna be able to create doubt with this person. See what I'm saying? It's like, okay, somebody want to try and call you. They want to ask you something. It's like they're gonna try and create certain situation where I need your help. I am in distress. I'm the damsel in distress. I need your help, and they hope that you'll do that, because in that way they can pull you back onto the cycle, see, and that will create doubt in this person's mind, because this the person with the money, you know. And then that person to sit there and say, "Nah, wait a minute, I better not. Let me just leave. Let me just go on back away from all that." See, and that's how that person will sit there and try and cut you out. Yep, yep, yep. But you see what somebody's trying to do, and you can be stoic and stern with them and let them know, "Hey, I really want to help you, but I can't." Or don't even take that call at all. You know, somebody they got to look. They seeing things differently now. Somebody is totally seeing things differently now, especially when it comes to you and your communication. Can't make this up, because you are not afraid to say whatever it is on your motherfucking mind. People looking at you totally different now. They're like, damn, damn. Mm-hmm. Right. It is a big no. It's a no for me, though. Oops. We're just gonna take that one, not these others. Mm. Yep. Something about somebody, maybe somebody mama. We got the Queen of Cups. Mm-hmm. What about the Queen of Cups, Spirit? Who is this Queen of Cups? Oh, okay. It's somebody who is connected to this King of Cups, because they want that money. So, it's this couple. It's this couple. I feel like it could be like somebody's mother, something like that, and maybe her lover or something, or whoever, somebody she's connected to, or somebody, husband. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like it's because I feel like this person really they really just want this money. They really just want this money. They want to create some type of, I feel like this is trying to create some type of powerful spell, you know, uh that that like put some type of something, I don't know, on this person, that this person can't get out of. It makes this person think that they in love with them, but it's really just a spell. But it's like they're afraid that the truth is going to come out, and that person, will be able to get out of that spell, or won't be under the spell. And because they know that you'll be able to tell them, and you'll be able to tell them what the fuck is going on. Yeah. And so they getting pissed off because they want to keep somebody trapped, you know. All because they're so mad, all because you decided that you was worthy to give your life to God, and everybody else went the other way. And that's when God said, you was by yourself or whatever, but you knew that the best was coming, still coming in. We're gonna get another deck. Something about somebody doesn't want to walk away. Somebody doesn't want to leave without getting something right from the past. Somebody don't want to leave here without getting something right from the past. So, yep, it's like when they start thinking, you know what, I am at the end of my lifetime. So, especially if somebody has gotten some news or something, that's when they really start thinking. But I think overall, when people are forced to sit with themselves, they think as well. Bottom of the deck is Queen of Wands. What does 304 want? Page of Materials and the Death card. Her magic spells ain't magicking no more. They ain't working. They ain't working. This King of Cups is sitting here spying, looking, all in their emotions, and can't sleep because of the choice that somebody made to do whatever somebody decided that they wanted to do. It's like didn't see a gift when the gift was right in front of their face. And now they see it, but it's too late because shit's coming back around on them now. What's the message? Hey, Saida, how are you? Yep, the Lovers. Yep, this is you and this soulmate. This is you and this person. This is this person thinking about you. And thinking about how, really they got themselves in this type of position because they was just being all about themselves, egotistical. They was, trying to be a bully. They was trying to, they was going to try and control you. They was going to do this. They was going to do that. They was so hell bent on leaving you out in the cold, doing these little spells over your name and everything else. They was sitting here telling people, like, whenever they was like doing double talk. They would act like they saying positive things about you, but go behind your back and say negative shit about you. And then it's like you would find out about this bullshit So I feel like that's whenever you decided it was time for you to leave the bullshit, because you knew the shit wasn't going to get any better. Spirit had to carry you away. Spirit had to carry you away. And it's like somebody has to understand that this was not a decision that you wanted to make. This is a decision that you had to make. Because what they wanted you to survive in was that survive. Who wants to survive all their damn life? And they was okay if you survived, or they was okay if you didn't survive it. They just upset because you saw what they was trying to do. You saw what this warlock was doing. Everything was very clear. Everything was very clear. And then the lies, the gossip, the rumors, all of that bullshit. It's like you survived a lot. And now people sitting back and they're looking at everything that is coming towards you, and they only see good things. That's it. They don't see you going through no bad things. They only see good things. And I'm telling you, people are looking at you and they see you to be like an earth angel. They see you to be very kind, very gentle, very patient. They don't see no negative shit about you. And then they feel bad about how they treated you. And now they understand why you may be distant to them, because they were distant to you for no fucking reason. Yeah. Whole time you the empress. Whole time you the only empress. They said all that shit about you. All that shit about you that wasn't even true. You was being so kind and so loving to them, but they wasn't being like that to you. Whole time you the empress. Shocked. Stunned. Everybody is blown away, to say the least. Nobody would have ever known that you was the one. You was the one that God chose. You was the one that was going to be the only one that could carry on this responsibility, carry on this role, carry on this title, carry the weight on your soul. You're the only one. And what's fucked up is they was withholding their cup of love from you. They was withholding their cup of love from you. And you the only one that can do what they need to have done. They shocked. This is major. This is major. Somebody, like I said, there is most definitely a God. And somebody's sitting back and they talking to their friends and they say, well, they always say that God has a sense of humor. Somebody said, you sure right. You sure right. And now somebody, it's like they can't even get to you. Because when God was watching that person laugh, God said, I'm going to have the last laugh because I'm going to take my child away first. And then I'm going to let you figure this shit out. And that's justice. That's justice. That's what they get. That's what they get for trying to create burdens in your life where there didn't and shouldn't have been none. Spirit said, we going to talk about this wheel of fortune and which way it actually needs to turn, because somebody been trying to create and trying to get it off the ground and do this for the longest time. But then y'all want to come in and do a little tipsy-turvy, tossy-turvy, and get and knock it all down. Spirit said, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Somebody going to speak their piece and get the fucking gone. Speak their piece and get the fuck gone. Then somebody's sitting there watching you work. Watching you work, and they thinking about this relationship, but they thinking about all the gossip and shit. They thinking about how many people that they was have using to work against you and shit, whenever they should have just been concentrating on working with you, instead of getting you and everybody else involved. Yeah. Somebody understanding now that they dropped the ball. When it comes to this 10 of cups, they the fucking one who dropped the damn ball. Now they stuck in limbo. They stuck looking like a clown. They stuck looking upside down. Somebody is like in such deep regret. They really did want to see if they can have some type of peace, make some type of truce, some type of kind gesture. Because this emperor knows that you are very gifted, very spiritually guided. This emperor knows now that you are very connected. And I feel like this plan is to I don't know if it's somebody's planning something, some type of communication, some type of having, some type of communication. I feel like somebody wants to talk about, the pain that they caused, because they do want to be able to, they want to talk about the pain that they caused so that helps you, but more so I feel like it's going to help this person. Because this is what the person is. They know that they want to be light as a feather. They want to offload whatever those burdens are coming from here. They want that to, be gone. But they know they have to talk about everything that they did. It may be a lot. Because even if somebody just feel like, well, I'm just going to leave them $50 billion, that should suffice. If it was me and you, it would be okay. We'd be all right if you didn't have nothing else to say, but just left with the money. We could live like that. But if it's somebody that's used to living like that, which we most definitely are not, then they might want the words. They might want to know why somebody, was mean to them. Us, you got $50 million, you trying to leave me, I can give a flying fuck what you got to say to me. Give me the money. Just kidding. Something about this Queen of Wands. See, what she done did is that shit's coming right back on her. Especially whenever this Queen of Swords left. When this Queen of Swords left, that's when the shit flippity flop, did not stop and came back and got her. Okay. That's when the emperor said, "Oh shit, let me go ahead and get right. Let me think about what I need to do." What's the message, spirit? Because they knew that you already knew. You already knew what they did. That's why you knew that to leave. Shit, there was no such. Come on now. We the high priestess. Come on. Hello. Hello. What's the message? Somebody's going to try and get you stuck back in the cycle, though. Because they don't want you to heal. They don't want you to heal. They don't want you to be happy. They're going to try and call you back. They're going to try and get you, pull you back. Just say no. Just say no, bueno. I'm good. I'm cool. Let them know you allergic to all that shit. What's the message? Yeah, because they're going to see if they can get it right this time. If they could really get you, you still breathing. They don't need you to be breathing. Somebody needs you to not be breathing. They need you to be completely gone, completely out, so that they could have satisfied this damn contract that they had made with the you-know-who. Because they're the ones who made it with the devil underneath the moonlight. That's their signature on that paper. That's their signature on that paper. This contract that they made with you-know-who underneath the moonlight. So they don't need your ass to be alive. They need your ass to be done. They're trying so hard to hold on to. And they getting that. Okay, it looks like we reconnected. Good. They feel like their life is falling like these dominoes. Seriously. And even though this person has been praying, their prayers have not been answered. Their prayers have not been answered at all because somebody had, it's like this, somebody's facing judgment. Somebody's facing judgment. This King of Pentacles could be a father figure. Somebody's facing judgment. Yes, and somebody's watching something come back around to somebody, but there's nothing that they can do about it. All they can do is just like try and console them. Okay, now it says we back on. Damn. Wow. They don't want me to say this shit. They trying to disrupt me. You will not ever disrupt me. I'll never shut the fuck up. Yeah, somebody is watching something come back on somebody, but there's nothing they can do except to just kind of console them. Yeah, mic check, mic check. Yeah, I'm telling you. Somebody's that I don't know, something that somebody had a chance at love or something, but somebody maybe had a chance at love or something, but that shit is over. That shit is over. Or somebody had a chance at something. This is the Ace of Cups, but they didn't get it. They didn't get it. That shit is done. It's over with. Because it's like this person wasn't, this King of Cups wasn't, was like involved in too much chaos, had too much conflict. This the mother, instead of this person, This the person who was sitting there gossiping, didn't know anything about loyalty, had too much going on, didn't know how to be loyal. That's what it was, didn't know how to be loyal. That's why, mm-hmm. That's too bad. That's the message. Anything else? Yeah. All somebody can do is just like, yeah, I'm so sorry, But you know what? That's somebody who had a perfect opportunity in front of them. But you know what? Sometimes people will have a good opportunity coming, but like we talked about the other day, if you don't get rid of what you don't need, you're not going to be ready for whenever you do want that one thing to come. When it comes, somebody needed to be ready. Somebody needed to be ready. What's the message, Spirit? Oh, I'm getting hungry. Thank you. Yep, this King of Wands. Thinking about that King of Wands. Mm-hmm. Thinking about this relationship. How they should have just, instead of them trying to get in the way, instead of them trying to put it on pause and disrupt shit, they should have been trying to encourage. It should have been, that's crazy, right? They should have been trying to move somebody, help them get ahead. It's kind of stupid too, right? They should have been trying to, especially if they was like a parent. They should have been trying to like be a parent. I don't know. It sounds it's wild and crazy as that sounds. They could have did some new age shit like that. Yep. But right now we are just at the sweet spot where intention meets the flow of spirit. So we don't even really have to worry about all that because we are at that sweet spot. Okay? You just need to know that you saved your legacy. Okay? The Most High favors you. Seriously. And this person feels like a fool. They really do. And it's like now they feel like now it all makes sense about you. And now they understand that every single thing that you do reflects you, not anyone else. This is somebody who's rotting from the inside out. Now understanding that everything that you do, that's a reflection of you. Treat me as bad as you want to treat me. That's still a reflection of you. So, you have your ancestors' protection, so they can't test you. And they're pressed about you. They are pressed about you. They can't touch you. You have to leave them to their devices. And when you did, they had an ego death. That's when they realized that, no, the sun does not rise and shine just because they open up their eyes. You was like, make that shit make sense. Telling you, somebody they thinking it's their time. They thinking they getting close. And they know how they was acting. Like a POS, a piece of shit. Don't worry, your ancestors are handling that ass. They like, you want this key to get up into heaven? You know what you got to do? Stop being a 304, number one. What's the message? So maybe that person had a lot of lovers or something. Known to be, whether it was a male or female, somebody that is known to have a lot of friends. Like a hoe. The town hoe. Here's your high priestess energy. Mm-hmm. What's the message? What's the message? Well, had they not betrayed you, you would have never gotten on your journey. Mm-hmm. They were doing rituals on you often. Damn. I feel like, what's often? Like once a week, twice a week, what's often? Once a month, what's often? What's the message? Mm-hmm. Everything is out in the open. They can't hide. I think everything is out in the open. So, all right, y'all. I'm going to leave it right there. Get ready so I can get me something to eat. Then let the itis slowly take over. Hey, Sasha Pooh. Hey, baby. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. Oh, thank you, Pharaoh Wolf Dog. Thank you. Right. Gratitude for the betrayals. Right. Exactly. All right, Deborah Reed. Thank you so very much. All right, Marianne. Everyone. Shaylin, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Kenta. How are you? I didn't see you. Glad that you could stop in. Hey, Saida. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Let's see who else. Oh, Beatrice. Thank you so very much. And Miss Pretty Girl Swag. That's right. Yes. And James M. Biscuit K-Hype 214. I'll see you when you come back. And Kahina, thank you. And Talk to Tia, thank you so very much. All right, Marianne, once again, thank you so very much for those beautiful pink. I love that. Pink is my favorite color. It really is. All right, y'all. I will see y'all a little bit later tomorrow. Good night. Bye now.